saying about Jay-Z, the EDPer. Jay-Z, the EDPer, call him EDPZ, and Pusha EDP.
We have got some very dark and bizarre news that
see
might
what
not
they
be
saying.
surprising to some people, but to other people,
Yeah, I'm
this
not
might
surprised.
just chill you to your
I'm
core.
not
Because
surprised.
there's been
Tried to tell you, I'm not surprised. Oh God, we gotta change these niggas' name. EDPZ and Pusha EDP. Like, we can't keep letting these niggas have. I don't even know what Jay-Z and Pusha T stand for. I don't know what he pushing. I don't know what that Z stand for. Get out of here. Nope. And fucking weirdos. Let me hear what they gotta say.
been
Hold on.
rumors about Jay-Z being involved in some nefarious thing. Jay-Z's mistress. There's been, don't want to get sued. He's in some satanic rituals, but now, unfortunately for Jay, the
Unfortunately
Epstein
for
files, I'll
Jay.
probably pick the Illuminati. This is very
But when I tell y'all that he's a creep because he dating a bitch that's 12 years younger than him, y'all say they're both grown. Y'all, you need to shut up. Mind your business. This is what this leads to. What do y'all think it leads to? What do you think it leads to? When I say it, when I say y'all should be dating people y'all age, it's a problem. What do you think this shit leads to? If people is going out trying to date people younger than them on purpose, it's something wrong with them people. I'm just if people is old trying to date people older than them, it's just something wrong with them people. You know, I'm not finna go ahead and tell y'all specific diagnosis. You know, some will say mom and dad issues. You know, some will say, you know, you probably something happened as a kid. I'm not finna tell you specific issues. But some is definitely not adding up. Especially since they got together when she was young. I don't even know what age they got together. I don't care if she was 50 and he was 62. It's weird either way to me. Weird either way to me. You couldn't find no 62-year-old? Yeah, that's crazy. So he was 31 and she was 19? Yeah, that's crazy. That's sick. That nigga took her out of high school. He right seeing her coming off campus, huh? Yeah, that ain't right.
embarrassing. This is very dark and this is very grim. But it's not just Jay-Z. They're also saying that King Push, all right, King Push,
31
Pusha
to
T
19.
himself is apparently in the Epstein files too. I cannot believe what I'm saying.
Shit is sick.
It's actually
They met at 16. I'm look. That's why I said he done took her off to high school. I'm telling you. I said this, and people think I'll be tripping. I said this. There's never gonna be a time where there's 30-year-olds next to even people that are 24, 23, unless you're at work. That will probably be the only time you will see a large gap in your motherfucking the age range. If you go to the grocery store, you damn near ain't talking to nobody in that motherfucker, so it wouldn't even matter. The only time you actually gonna be social is at your job, at the clubs, at all these places that's like people are really shouldn't even be going to. Clubs, other than your job, it's clubs, motherfucking bars, shit like that. That'll be the only time you gonna be around somebody that's so far out your age range. Shit is sick. Normally, people gonna be around the same people in their age range. The 25-year-olds gonna be hanging around the same 25-year-olds they've been knowing they whole life. They done grew up together, shit like that. Or they done met in college and they still around the same age. You don't just randomly be by these 10-year, 5-year gaps.
insane. It is honestly.
You be grooming these bitches.
This is bad. Yeah, this is bad. All right, just like the thumbnail said. So this has been going around, and it's been going around a whole bunch of different.
Each occasion, believed she was drugged, clouding her memory. Attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persona assigned as handlers, whom she described as persons who's established friendships with the victims. Among her handlers identified the artist Pusha T. Pusha T was a handler. Oh my God. That's sick. In '07. These niggas is out here going on tour. Motherfucking getting close to bitches. To bring them to the Epstein Island and get them sex trafficked. Attend a party following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attend the party and drugged her before. Alright.
Subreddits. I'm going to quickly just fill you in, pause, on some of the subreddits that this has been posted in and some of the comments and reaction, because this is some of the craziest news I've seen in hip-hop in
this
years,
is
right?
some of the craziest. You just can't be talking about me. You gotta be talking about when Snoop told you to go ahead and play some bullshit. You know, he was the main one talking about why everybody clowning Ja Rule. Y'all ain't listening to Ja Rule, so you know he was on the bandwagon. Pusha T's, motherfucking Jay-Z's. He was swearing I should be listening to that 444. I'm like, bro, I'm good, bro. Y'all talking about angel numbers and shit. I'm cool on 444s and 111s. I'm good. Now look, all you 444 creators, go ahead. Here y'all go. Y'all got Jay-Z to thank.
And to be fair, this isn't proven. This isn't proof. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going around with the Epstein files today, but this is absolutely wild.
Proof. Hey, these Epstein files is enough proof for me. I don't know if y'all need more proof. What more proof do we need? What, we gotta see them physically have videos of it or something? I don't know. This is all the proof I need. It's niggas to be emailing, congregating about an island. That's all I need. I don't ever talk to my friends about no damn island. So what's going on this island where we gotta email and talk about, and we can't even get to see everything in these emails and shit? No, that's all I need to see. Okay, it's still allegedly though. I know how y'all get. I be getting copyrighted enough and shit, and y'all be taking down my videos saying hate speech, this and that. Come on, bro. I'm broke. I'm not even making money. Like, come on, help a brother out and keep me on the platform.
Has been going around. There's these two snippets that are basically saying that like Pusha T and Jay-Z were involved in some pretty.
They trying to take me down. One more strike and I'm out of here. Like, come on, bro, help a brother out.
Various behind the scenes Hollywood.
I've been on my best behavior lately.
I don't even know. There's no other way I can say it. It says, on each occasion, Blank believes she was drugged, clouding her memory. Blank attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers. So they're saying that handlers was drugging this unnamed woman, this Jane Doe, right, and whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Amongst her handlers, Blank identified the artist Pusha T.
Snoop, the next time I get in your car and you playing Pusha T or Jay-Z, we changed their names, by the way. It's JEDP or EDPZ, Pusha EDP. Next time I get in your car, you playing any one of them niggas, I'm kicking you out your own car, my nigga. Plain and simple. Just like that.
I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. And then it says, in approximately 2007, Redacted attended a party. Another name redacted, following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down a street. Weinstein and Pusha T, yes, Harvey Weinstein, also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in sexual abuse. And then the next post.
In 96, these niggas just had a whole little ring going on. In approximately 96, somebody resided with somebody in somewhere. An unknown man abducted somebody from her home. Hence, she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter. Jay-Z name is Sean Carter. How didn't I know that? Alright. So it's changed from EDPZ to Sean EDP. How didn't I know this nigga name was Sean Carter? swear I should have known that, right? While Weinstein had inserted his... Y'all read that. Y'all read that on y'all own. I'll let the white boy read it.
This says, in approximately 1996, blank resided with blank in blank. An unknown man abducted blank from her home, when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. While
I said this in the video before too. Anytime black niggas is hanging with the white folks, just up willy-nilly talking about, yeah, that's my white homie right there. That's a weird nigga in the first place. I'm just telling you that straight up. If he got more white friends than you done seen him with the blacks, I'm sorry to tell you.
Epstein had inserted his fingers into blank, and blank believes she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. For the record, and also so I don't get sued, all right, this is just an allegation. This is just an ambiguous claim. A lot of crazy stuff is coming out today from these Epstein files, and from what I understand, a lot of these are apparently reports that were made to the FBI, to the authorities. Now, that doesn't mean a crime has taken place. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's absolutely 100% true. But what it does mean is that apparently this is a claim that has been made at some point historically, and it has been documented in the Epstein files. And honestly, when we saw Jay-Z was getting sued by a Jane Doe that said that she'd allegedly done something to her, and there was this this Tony Busby lawyer that got dragged, and Jay-Z said, "You won't get one red penny from me." He had a lot of responses for that. So I would like to see Jay-Z's response to this, and I think we will see it. I think we will see it over the next few days.
Yeah,
if he's got all that energy for Tony Busby, he's going to have to respond to this. He's going to have to. So, this is some of the response. Now, this was first posted in the Jay-Z subreddit 4 hours ago. People saying, so Jay got his government name listed, but Push just has his rap name. They're saying this. But then they're posting a picture of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z cheesing it up at the Sundance Film Festival. Okay, so look, for the record, a lot of people aren't believing this. They're saying that, you know, him not having his government name and him having his government name in there and Pusha T not having it, it's cap, it's fake paperwork. That's what some people are saying. Right? And this point is very interesting. Okay, it says it's a reported statement, not the straight, deep research, though I will say that people are referred to by other things in the files at other points. If I'm remembering right, this alone isn't 100% perfect lock him up evidence, but at a minimum, it was grounds that the FBI thought it was something of note, then didn't touch upon it as they didn't with every person on the list, including the man in the big house, which is problematic at the least. Regardless of whether you think he did this or not, there would be no harm in investigating him along with the rest for this stuff. So here's some people arguing that this likely isn't true. They're saying, so we should believe that in 1996, Jay-Z, still without a record label living in New York, was already hanging around with Harvey Weinstein. Sounds like BS, just like the last time. But some people are saying,
but why would you think that these niggas are not getting and motherfucking being around these niggas, and the niggas who's the upper heads are telling them how shit is going before you motherfucking sign the deal? Yeah, we gonna be having you do this and that, you know, this is gonna be happening. They ain't gonna tell you the big deep shit yet. We gotta make sure you gonna be around. So we gonna tell you the light shit. Yeah, we gonna have you doing this and that. Yeah, we gonna be having you in this PJ, my nigga. You can bring all your bitches you want, my nigga. Yeah, go ahead. It's gonna be a party. Yeah. Why wouldn't he be hanging around the nigga before he signed the deal? That's normally what they do. They be around the people before they sign the deal, before they in a record deal. And then they motherfucking finally figure out, okay, yeah, I like them the most. They showed me the most hospitality. I'ma sign with them. I don't know. Maybe they don't know how the record shit work. They ain't in the media. That's probably why.
This is the time period that Jay-Z was chasing LL Cool J around in clubs in New York to battle him for clout, and we're supposed to believe he was connected to Weinstein and Epstein. They're saying Jay-Z was a rapper who was getting dissed by Tupac. All right. So look, they're saying that, look, Jay-Z can't have been that popular. He didn't have this sort of Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein connections in 1996. It was too early. But then some people are arguing, wasn't he like 26 and already connected to the game? It's possible in my...
This nigga, did they say Jay-Z was one of the drug lords who actually made himself a legal fucking person, billionaire, legal money maker? Who y'all think buy drugs? Y'all just think regular crackheads on the street buy drugs, huh? Alright.
opinion. Jay had connections by then. Reasonable Doubt wasn't the start of his career. But then people are arguing and says if he was that connected, so much connected he was close friends with Weinstein, who was already winning Oscars, why couldn't he even get signed by some label? If Jay-Z was so close with him, why didn't they use his firm to produce Streets is Watching? Why didn't they do anything together for 20 years, never appeared together when they were such close friends, according to his lady? But then we get to this. So there's been a lot of allegations that Jay-Z has dated girls young and all that kind of thing. Now, we're not going to get into that in this video.
There have been allegations. That's we're literally seeing that he got kids with her. It's still going on, not allegations. It's still happening. We still see it.
A lot of claims made. Some of them, some of them look more meritable than others. I think we'll just leave it at that. But a lot of people are saying this has to be capped, okay? So this one says Jay-Z ain't have a platinum record or a major label deal to his name in 1996, and you're telling me he became the richest musician ever from 1997 to today, and there's no dirt from that time span? The smear campaign is real, unfortunately, and I don't think he's going to shake this one. The public is too dense to actually read what's said. They're just going to say he came up in the Diddy case and the Epstein files, and it's that, SMH. But then they're saying, here's Jay-Z at a party with Weinstein, who knew Epstein at a party in 1998. Lol, and you don't think it's plausible. Let's take a look. Are they at the same party, apparently? Is that Jay? Jay at the party? I don't even want to know what this is.
Yeah, don't show that, bro.
Diddy at the party? Is that Muhammad Ali? Hey, we know how... Listen, do your research on how Muhammad Ali gets down.
Exactly.
Is that Harvey Weinstein? That's looking like Harvey Weinstein. This is a party that I would be embarrassed to be at. Let's just leave it at that. Enough said, okay? People saying 1996, this has to be bullshit. People believe anything, but other people are saying
coping, literally.
People saying, I can't believe this. People think this is real. But apparently is. Apparently, some people believe it is. But here it is. Here's the full paperwork. This is literally on the Department of Justice's website. A Federal Bureau of Investigation crisis intake document regarding child trafficking and the case ID being related to Epstein. Okay? It says this woman called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Basically explained that in approximately 1994, a bunch of redacted stuff. Don't tell me I can copy and paste it like the other stuff. Please don't tell me I can copy and paste it like the other stuff. Wait. Approximately 1994, information as a past. No. Okay, no. I don't think I can see through these redactions. But anyway. It basically says that's her allegation. She made these allegations. She said she was abducted on 7 occasions, waking up in indoor settings. Obviously, I already read you this passage here that relates to, alleged presence of Sean Carter, and Weinstein had inserted his fingers into blank blank. She believes she was in Epstein's mansion. She goes on to say she was abducted on 7 occasions. She always woke up in an opulent indoor setting, suffered from abuse from multiple of those locations. Epstein participated. She said Leon Black, William Barr. For U.S. Attorney General, wow, it's crazy, okay? In 2006, that was when she last recalled being abused by Epstein. Said she was drugged, clouded her memory. This is where she mentions Pusha T, which we already touched on. In 2007, she attended a party. Weinstein and Pusha T were at the party. Claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise, racketeering in support of trafficking. She confirmed she was not diagnosed with any mental illness, but refused to provide her physical address, claiming she maintained no permanent address and moved between staying in different hotels. This is on the actual Department of Justice website. Okay, it actually is a real thing. And it's an allegation that was made. You can't say that it wasn't an allegation. It's saying reasonable doubt. Jay-Z, by the way, I highly doubt he had such connections, okay? Ironic name for the title now, all right? Reasonable doubt. This was during reasonable doubt. I highly doubt this, all right? If he's guilty, he deserves punishment, no doubt. However, I saw how this went last time. This call happened the day or the day after Epstein got arrested. Nothing further came of it. It doesn't necessarily prove anything, though this call is just the one place where either of them are mentioned. Everybody else is in the emails and paperwork. Right? This is, again, I'll keep saying this. If Jay-Z didn't marry Beyonce, he wouldn't be in a lot of these conversations. I always believed he is the cover for her getting hit with rumors by the media. Jay would have just been a rich rapper with his rich friends, but the Beyonce factor puts him in such much.
Well, he shouldn't be
since
doing
they can't bring her down, they have to bring down the black man she married, and she married a hood dude who made it way past all of his colleagues. Jay-Z is a level no other rap artist is ever going to reach again. He's the easiest target for anything, and knowing how black folks hate their own when they get rich, it doesn't make it easier. For me to believe this post, I would need evidence and names. Until then, it's BS. Can't convince me that Jay-Z is into minors. Sorry, anything else but this. I need evidence and documents and pictures and names. always going to be Beyonce's shield. Now, if people are saying it's cope, they're saying they're defending a PDF. All right, but let's look at what some of the other subreddits are saying, okay? Because a lot of people are celebrating the fact that Jay-Z and Pusha T particularly are being dragged into this absolute wildness, okay? So this is in the Playboy Carti subreddit where they're talking about the same thing. Okay, you've already seen the passage from from the Department of Justice website that I showed you already. But they're basically saying Drake and his fans just got the best news of their life, and Travis Scott, okay?
And Travis
hey, listen,
Scott.
For all of the dissing that Pusha T did on Drake, it's not a good look. People are saying, not Push, bro. People are saying, not going to lie, Push I didn't expect, but Jay-Z, Diddy, Epstein, and all the similar MFs are part of the same stuff. This is just a comment. I'm not saying this, but this comment is saying Jay-Z's 100% in this stuff, no doubt. Weird-ass piece of dirt. Even 50 Cent said he was in the files like a year and a half ago. Nobody believed him.
Been talking
shocked,
about it.
right? They're shocked by this. It's a celebrity be normal people with morals challenge. It's crazy. People saying they're shocked by Pusha T, but not Jay-Z. He was imaged with Beyonce when she was 16 and he was 30, and allegedly is where they actually started dating, despite them saying they didn't meet until 2000 when she was 19. And they're saying, yeah, same. Pusha T always acted like the moral police in the industry. You can't trust nobody in this industry no more. They're mostly the same. It is crazy, right? It is crazy. So there's other subreddits talking about this. This is the Rory and Mal podcast subreddit. Okay, we're going to get a slightly different perspective on this. All right, and they're saying they need to address it on the pod. They're saying, here comes the coping. They're saying there's no chance in hell Jay-Z was on Epstein's radar in 1996. What the hell? People saying these new releases remind me of those texts that the kid who shot Charlie Kirk allegedly wrote. It comes off too convenient how they was all there. Victim walked into a room where Jay-Z was there along with Pusha T. Weinstein was fiddling with the tripod and Bill Gates was passing around lube. There was a TV set up where through Zoom, Epstein and Trump were watching while naked. Okay, it is a little bit ridiculous. It's a bit far-fetched. They're saying Jay-Z wasn't a superstar in 1996. It seems really weird that he was hanging with Weinstein. But they're saying that's the year he dropped Reasonable Doubt. They're saying, so this is who stole the 92 bricks.
I want you to think it's far-fetched.
So look, okay, they're saying you owe Drake an apology, and it's a good point.
I ain't on Drake shit either. All you fucking weirdos, alright. I'm tired of this shit.